coming back to pick up where I left.
Hey guys, we here back at the Pink Square Circle. We're going to talk about Naomi with a big announcement when she is pregnant and going to become a new mother for the first time. We're going to talk about everything. You guys, let's tune in to it, the Pink Square Circle. Hey, guys, we're here at the Pink Square Circle. We'll talk about Naomi Vacates Women's Championship after announcing pregnancy. Will Naomi ever wrestle again? You guys get the likes of us as we come to the Pink Square Circle. We know on this recent episode of Monday Night Raw, 1 week after Naomi was not at the previous Raw because she was not cleared to medically wrestle. A lot of speculation was going on. Was Naomi injured? Will she vacate the title? Was she pregnant? Well, it turns out that Naomi is pregnant. She's in fact 7 weeks pregnant. Now, before she made an announcement, she played a clip that I'm going to get into in a second. What's your story with Stephanie McMahon, with her and her real-life husband, Jimmy Uso, better known as Trinity Fatu. They announced her husband announced the pregnancy, and congratulations are in order for Naomi. She deserved it, her and Big Jim. I know they had some struggles in the past. They've been married since 2014, so about 11 years. So it's about that time. So we're going to talk about that, talk about Naomi, what's going to happen after, her announcing the pregnancy, her vacating the title. But I will say Naomi, she has put in the work this year. She has had a phenomenal 2025, to say the least. But let's get into the interview here.
Maybe not.
Yes, Big Jim has a big message for you.
We need y'all to proceed with caution because there is a baby on board. We pregnant! We all the way pregnant! Yeah! Yeah!
You don't have to get a big belly.
Oh my goodness.
We pregnant.
Yes,
we
are.
You want a Big Jim to say it?
Yes, I
You
want a
need
Big
to
Jim to say it.
I need to hear you say it.
I gotta get used to saying it.
I know.
I'm pregnant and I'm having a baby.
Yay!
Big Jim did his big one.
He did. He did not proceed with caution, apparently.
No.
No.
Listen, I think for the past, it's been long enough. We've been proceeding. I've been doing a good job proceeding. This is literally out of nowhere, like the RKO. This is what this is, and we so for it, and I'm still processing it.
Well, when did you find out? How did you find out?
Oh man,
I found out Sunday on the road.
A week ago?
No. Well, what's today?
a week ago.
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday.
That
Yes.
Sunday.
Okay.
Has it been a week already?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh
And
yeah.
how did you find out?
In my hotel room. Had been feeling a little different, a little weird. Just wanted to take a test to find out, to make sure, kind of rule that out. Not thinking, because it's been a long journey with fertility issues that I've had. So yeah, I just really didn't think it was possible.
Like
Took a
all this
test.
time, you didn't think.
No,
You were gonna
because
be
see,
able.
to understand how we really got here, you gotta
Okay, we got
understand
the whole picture.
the medical
Okay.
history, because I really haven't. I've talked about it briefly, but I haven't really gone into it. So earlier in our relationship, probably like before I debuted as a fuckadactyl, I had an oophorectomy, which is the removal of my right ovary. Early in my career, 2020, we went through another major surgery, which was a myomastectomy.
And what is that?
That is removal of fibroids. I had
Okay.
tons and big ones. So
From the uterus.
Yeah.
Out the uterus, which I remember she had the surgery. It's supposed to be like a couple hours, and she was in there for 6 hours. Man, I was sitting there losing my brain. I was
bet.
in there losing it. And this was at the time where the pandemic was happening, so you know how that was.
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything, and man, I remember
No one's
just
coming out to talk
nobody
to
saying
you
nothing.
in 6 hours in the
It was just
morning.
us in the
later.
hospital. I remember too, this was during the Thunderdome. My last match was with Sasha and Bailey. in a beat the clock match. I didn't tell anybody. I told them like what I was going to do, but I was gone for like 6 months after that. It's kind of just like nothing said. I was just gone for
just
6
gone.
months.
Yeah.
Going through that. Went home. We went through that, and then after that.
Did something go wrong in the surgery? Why did it take so long?
No,
Just
it
more
was
than
just
they expected,
Yeah,
or-
it was more intense and severe than they thought it was initially, and just the healing, and it also left like a lot of scar tissue, so that also affected
Your ability to...
the ability. On top of being older, 37 now, and on top of only having one ovary, we thought for sure that naturally I couldn't anymore.
Right.
And
haven't.
Because
You said you had not been proceeding with caution,
I mean,
but
Well,
you've
there
been
was no
proceeding.
When
reason
they told us,
proceed with
hey guys, you
caution.
need help? I was like, well, all right, then, go train. Let's have some fun, man. Let's get on this road. And let's go kick ass in WWE. And we did.
No, there was no reason to proceed because, we had been informed.
All right, that was Naomi and Jimmy Uso on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, What's Your Story? Talking about how she has struggles and everything and how they got to this point. Naomi went through a lot, but this is what everyone had to say on social media, congratulating Naomi on her pregnancy. Everyone's sending tweets out. Everyone's showing their love and support for Naomi, because she's been through a lot. So I'm glad that she's finally get there. But look, let's take time to see what she's done. She had a great year. She's won the Women's World title, the first black woman to win the Women's Money in the Bank contract, successfully cashing it in. She has been on a roll, and I got to give it to Naomi. Naomi's definitely deserve her flowers. Also, we talk about Naomi as well. She has done a lot in the past few years. If you think about it, she's won the TNA Knockout Women's title when she went to TNA, won the Women's Tag Team Championship alongside Bianca Belair, Money in the Bank contract, and of course, recently the Women's World Championship that she just vacated on Monday Night Raw. So Naomi, there's nothing that she hasn't done for a career. And if you look, also, she's also won the SmackDown Women's Championship, now known as the Women's World Championship. She won that 2 other times, the Tag Team Championships. She's the inaugural FCW Women's Championship. She's won the WrestleMania Women's Trophy and the Money Bank contract. What I'm saying is, Naomi's had a phenomenal career, and I think this is the best time more than any for her to have a child right now with Jimmy Uso. She has nothing else to prove as far as being a professional wrestler. She's done great. She's been wrestling for well over 15 years at this point. FCW's not even around anymore, way before NXT. I want to say 2008, 2009-ish. So she's pretty much done her thing, and I'm very happy for Naomi. I know that her and Jim really want to have a child. And she's also, another thing, she had a victory at all 4 PLEs, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series War Games. So she's had a victory in all 40 events. And, of course, Money in the Bank, winning the contract. What else more can Naomi do? She's done everything her career. She can go ahead and, take a break, be like, hey, I'm going to start a family with my husband. This is the time for her to do it because she's 37 years old. I think she's going to be 38 this year, and she does be 38 by the time, she gives birth. There's no time like the present as far as that goes because Naomi's not getting any younger. So I know some fans are going to be upset that she's stepping away or they feel bad that she's going to start a family and the fans going to be upset. That's why Jimmy Uso said what he said, about, Naomi's going to start a family. She felt like she left her fans down. I just want to say she has not let her fans down. Fans as a whole should be very appreciative of it. If you're not, you're selfish. Let's keep it real. There's nothing else for her to do. We have seen 2 other women that win Women's World Championships and to have babies that came back. And the names of Becky Lynch and recently Alexa Bliss. So if they could do it, you guys don't get mad at them. Naomi can do it too. There's nothing more that she needs to do. Now, the thing about it is, like I said, will Naomi be able to return to WWE after giving birth to her child and going through the whole process and everything, her pregnancy? I'm going to be honest, it's going to be very rough on her. Not just because her age, but also like she said, she had one ovary removed, and the surgery back in 2020. It's a lot. Now, Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, we could say, oh, they came back. Think about those women, they were younger. Becky Lynch, I believe, was 32 when she gave birth, and I think Alexa was in her early 30s. Trinity is in her late 30s, close to 40, and she had pre-existing medical conditions. So it's going to be a lot rougher on her. Now, don't get me wrong, she has experience dealing with children, with Jimmy Uso's children, his son and his daughter, who are now pretty much adults now. So Jimmy Uso pretty much is an empty nester, and Naomi as well. So they have experience dealing with children. That's not going to be a problem. She's a part of the bloodline. Like Naomi said, the bloodline continues. You know, they have lots of help, lots of support from their family, the Fatu. So I know they got a lot of that because, let's be honest, the Fatu, that family never, ever ends. Everybody in the Fatus have about 5-6 kids each. Roman Reigns has 5 kids. Solo has 3 kids. Jacob Fatu has 7 kids. So I'm just saying they have the right support system in that corner. This is the time for Naomi to do it because at the end of the day, we understand that these are women professional wrestlers, but they're still women. Women as a whole, they do get married. They have children and everything and whatnot. And honestly, at this point in her career, my opinion, these women shouldn't be wrestling past, if they're going to have family and get married, they shouldn't be wrestling past 35 because that's the time when they should go ahead and, and live their life before it's too late. Because, I mean, some of these women, when we walk around their mid-40s or late 40s saying, oh, I wish I would have started a family. I wish I would have got married, but it was all about their career. But nowadays, women are having careers and they have families. It just, it's whatever route they choose. You either, like Jade Cargill, for example, she had her child, she was a little younger, and she's living out her dream being a professional wrestler now. Or you go the route like Becky Lynch, Naomi, Alexa, you start your career out first, and then you have get a husband, get married, and have a family later on. But other than that, though, Naomi is doing it right. Considering the circumstances that she had, everything that was working against her, against all odds. She had 1 ovary, the surgeries, her age, everything. I think they tried IVFs, fertility treatments as well, I believe, on the show Total Divas. She was still able to have a child naturally. There was no surrogates, nothing. So this is a blessing from God. I'm glad that these women, are putting in the work for professional wrestling for the fans. But like I said, they still want to be wives and mothers. Well, majority of them do, I should say, as a whole. So this is a good thing for Naomi, good thing for Big Jim. I know Big Jim, I could tell he was real excited, and I don't blame him. So it's just crazy that she's 7 weeks now. She wrestled at SummerSlam, and she wrestled at WWE Women's Evolution, PLE, while having baby Uso inside of her. That's the crazy part about it. She had that Falls Count Anywhere, that crazy match with Jade Cargill, the triple threat. So you even know that Naomi's pregnant, but you know what? We thank you, Naomi, for the work that you've done. If you do come back, that'd be great. If not, we understand. But other than that, though, guys, that's all I have for Naomi Vacates Women's Championship after pregnancy announcement. Naomi, will she ever wrestle again? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Do you see her returning anytime soon or never return or just make a one-off appearance? Definitely a future Hall of Famer for sure. You guys click the link to the next video below. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later.